Hi ladies, it's Karen. Welcome to my messy desk. I am in the process of putting together my Halloween mini album, assembling it, and I thought before I add this last hinge that I would share with you how I do hinges for my mini albums. I know there are several ways to do it. I know Laura Dennison has an excellent tutorial on the stack to deck method, which I personally have never tried that. I've just always made them this way, and this is I actually followed a tutorial that oh, I'm sorry, I'll put her below. Her name just escaped me. I'm so sorry. I'm going to put her below in the description box. Anyway, she does a cute little tutorial on how to do the hinges. But I thought since I'm in the process of doing this, I would share with you, how I do it and how I assemble my mini albums. So the first thing is, this is going to be a Halloween mini album, and what I'm using are these policy type envelopes from the Paper Studio, from Hobby Lobby. They are basically 9x4, so I'm doing these long ways, and I chose black. That way I don't really have to lay black cardstock down, because the envelopes are already black, so I thought that would save me a little bit of work. And for my adhesive, for my hinges, I am using, it's called Express It, and it looks like this, double-sided tape, high tack, and I purchased this at my local scrapbook store for $3.95. It's very, very similar to the score tape, and I've done the last 2 mini albums that I have completed. I used this tape, so I recommend that tape. This mini album is going to be using the Witch Hazel by October Afternoon. Really, really sweet Halloween paper stack. Really sweet patterns in this. I just ordered this from your scrapbook supply, and I usually don't go for cutesy, but I just thought these papers were really sweet. So this is what I'm using for my Halloween mini album. And I purchased the 8x8 paper and the miscellany pack, and it has buttons and seam binding and all kinds of die cuts in here. So I haven't opened it yet, so but this is what I'll use to embellish the album. And I have these little black letters from Recollections. They're kind of like the tiny ones from October Afternoon, but I'm going to be using these and probably my label maker. So let me show you how I've done my mini album. The black cardstock that I used to cut my hinges is Recollections black cardstock, and I really like it because when you fold it and crease it, it doesn't crack. It seems to be very strong cardstock. So I have made 6 hinges, and this is there. I have 6 pages. I'm going to have 6 pages in my mini album, but you also have to take into account your front cover and your back cover. So I have one more envelope to adhere, and this is what it looks like so far. And I never get it even or anything else. It's always, I always have one that's kind of lopsided or whatever. But once the album, I find anyway, once the mini album is assembled, once you have your binding on and everything else, it comes together, and those little mistakes don't tend to show up as much. I mean, my work is so imperfect, it's not even funny. But anyway, so I'm getting ready to add my last page on, and it goes on top of this this hinge. And I cut my hinges, the envelopes are 9 inches, but I cut my hinges 8 3/4 because I wanted to, you know, take into account that flap there, you see. So I'm going to adhere this envelope, and I'm going to try to do this on camera and hope that it turns out. So first I'm going to take the backing off of this, then my tape. Okay, now this is the back of the album. I adhere from the front. I, you know, adhere my hinges. I go from the first page down. So this is actually my back page so far. So I'm turning my envelope over, and I'm going to just try to make it even and stick it on there. So let's see how I do. Try to get it all the way down and as far to the crease as you can. And there, that looks pretty good. Yay me, I did it on camera. Now, I think I forgot to tell you how big I make my hinges. You make them, obviously, as long as what your current project is. And then I make them always 1 inch wide. So for this album, they're 1 inch wide by 8 3/4 long. Then I use my Martha Stewart scoreboard, and I score. I score it so that I have a 1/4 of an inch gusset right there. So I'm not sure the numbers with that leaves, you know, like what that is, but I score it at 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch on either side. 3/8 of an inch here, and then turn it around 3/8 of an inch there. I hope that makes sense. I do that so that I will have the 1/4 inch, you know, gusset to make room for my flowers and embellishments and whatever. And you know, obviously you can make your gusset as wide as you need it to be, you know, but I just normally do it this way. So now all my pages are together, but I need to add one more hinge because I'm going to have a back cover. So I'm going to put this hinge on. And I haven't created my front and back covers. I'm probably going to use grunge board so that they're soft, kind of soft bound covers, but I haven't created those yet. I'm going to wait till after I have all my pages decorated and all that. Okay, so there's my hinge. And this was really hard because the envelopes are black and the hinge is black, and my eyes are old. So if you do the math, that means that I, you know, had a hard time with the first couple of these hinges, you know, getting my eyes to focus on black. But it came together. And the other good thing about this Express It tape is it's not an immediate hardcore stick, you know. Like here, I got it good, but if this had come out uneven, I could have taken it off, and it's repositional in that way. Until you really fasten it down, it's repositional, I find. So I'm going to just give it a good score or whatever. There, now it's not going to be as repositional. Okay, so now all my pages are adhered, and I'm going to start decorating them, laying my paper down. Here for this one, I made a flap, and I used at the crop I was at this weekend, I used her Martha Stewart spider border punch. So I thought that was cute. So that's going to be a flap down, and page, and then this one has a flap out, and I may put a magnet for this one. We'll see. But I'm going to start putting my papers down, and I will definitely share this when I'm done. I just wanted to, a lot of you have messaged me and asked me how I do my hinges, so I just wanted to share that and how I've been doing the hinges on my mini albums lately. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Thank you, ladies. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.